Welcome to the O'Reilly Auto Parts World of Wheels here in Chicago. This event is the end of the season for the indoor car show crowd. And boy, there are some incredible vehicles. Whether it's a hot rod, a street machine, a lowrider, a true one-off custom, a lifted truck, or one of those traditional rods, you'll pretty much find it right here at the Chicago World of Wheels. Hey, let's take a look at some of the great rides featured right here at the World of Wheels.
Welcome to U.S. Classic Muscle Cars. Please enjoy the show.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the 2019 World of Wheels Car Show in Rosemont. My name is Terry Godfrey. This is a 1969 Dodge Super Bee. This is a 383 car. I've had it since 2001. Started the restoration in 2009. Finished it up in about 2012 and 2013. This car has had a lot of metal work. Metal work was done by Excalibur Auto Restorations of New Lenox. It's had a fair amount of metal in it. It's had quarters, it's had some floor work, some fender work, some roof work. The original color was a gold bronze. I chose Hemi Orange. In the engine bay, we have a 383. This is not the original numbers motor. I have that at home. Motor's 30 over. It's a cast iron headed motor. The motors have got some port work done, some intake port work done. Carburetor's a 950 Holley, double pumper. The motor's been dynoed in at 450 horse. It's got an aluminum radiator, deal with our extreme heat we have in August and September. The electric fan was necessary to keep it cool. What you're looking at is an A12 lift-off hood. The original car had a air grabber type hood. The air grabber hood doesn't fit. I had to go to the A12. It is an original 69 hood. Took some years to find. Moving behind the engine is a 4-speed A833 original numbers trans. Coupled up behind that is an 8 3/4 rear end with a 433 ring and pinion. The aluminum slots were put on to be reminiscent of the 70s. Inside the interior, it's a factory restoration, nothing too fancy. Set of simple gauges and a tack on the dash. The idea was to stick with something that roamed the streets in 1970s. Underneath it, the chassis is restored. The Mopar's original design, it was body color on the bottom. And it's a nut and bolt restoration. Everything was torn apart. Every single nut and bolt was gone through. The car was rotisseried. No stone left unturned.
And how did you decide on this car?
This car goes back to when I was 15. Everybody's got their story. When I was 15, the mechanic I worked with had one sitting in the back of his shop. It was originally just a bulge hood car, 383 Magnum, nothing fancy. He was selling the car, he wanted $4 grand. Well, at 15 years old, I didn't have $4 grand.
Right.
It was,
But you're drilling, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That car came and went, and as years went on, I found this in '01 on consignment at the old Corvette collection in Plainfield.
Wow. Pause right here.
Okay, now during the 3.5-year restoration that this body went under, as I said, Excalibur Auto Restorations did all the work on it. I sourced out all the metal. Some of it was new old stock. Some of it had to come from repop. The quarters were repop, but I found fenders, patches that were from new old stock. There was a deck lid filler that went between the rear window and the trunk. That was new old stock. When we media blasted the car down, we had found the quarters had been hit. This car had a rough life. The original previous owner found it in North Dakota, made its way here to Illinois, and then I ended up with it shortly after that. The primer, it's got 2 coats of primer under it. It's got a epoxy-based seal coat primer, and then it's got a finish primer. The EV2 Hemi Orange was laid over the top of that. It's a base coat clear coat. It's got 7 coats of clear that were blocked down to about 4 and 5 coats. That's what gives it the really nice shine. It's about as straight as can be. If you get really, really close, it actually looks like a mirror image if you look at my hand. And it is straight. My hand doesn't wave at all. The underside is done the exact same way. All the welds were cleaned up, ground down both sides to make it look laser straight. The car's been here at the World of Wheels for 4 years. I've got 2 first place trophies and 2 second place trophies. That's in the 60 to 69 conservative hardtop class. Every year it's a pleasure to bring it here. I meet various people, some that are restoring, some that are looking for details and help. It's a pleasure to bring it here every year and show it.